Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the 52 Cards channel. My name is Assad, and in this video, I'll be discussing a topic that is very relevant to a lot of you, or most of you, and that is how to protect and carry your cards. Now, if you're like me, then you carry a deck of cards with you pretty much wherever you go. I mean, I think that's one of the really beautiful things about a deck of cards is that it's just a small object that you can easily take with you, and you always have something to practice with or to entertain yourself with. So it's like there's no reason not to take it with you, right? And I imagine most of you at the moment probably just take the cards, put it inside of the tuck box, and then put it in your pocket. And that works, but there are some problems with that. Namely, the first thing is that it does lead to your cards losing its quality over time. The main reason why cards tend to get clumpy over time is because they're exposed to too much humidity and heat. And so if you're shoving your deck of cards in your pocket and you're leaving it there for hours and hours, your body conducts heat, and that eventually deteriorates the quality of your cards. Okay, so that's one problem with it. The second problem is also it ends up messing up your tuck box, and especially if you're using a nice deck of cards that has a beautiful tuck box, you want to preserve that, right? Like I pulled some old decks that I found that I used to carry with me all the time. I don't remember how long I used each of these decks, but look at what happened to the box. Like you get dents, you get like little scrapes, the edges start to what's the word for that? Fribble? Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. It's just not a good look, and especially when certain decks have put so much time and effort into presenting them in a nice packaging, you end up kind of ruining that packaging over time. So that's not good either, right? So what's the solution? Okay, well, in the past, the most popular, I would say, accessory to, carry your cards in at the moment, and it has been for the last 10, 15 years or something, is a card clip. Many of you have probably seen a card clip before. This is a clip that I bought, probably over a decade ago at this point. But I only used it for a couple months, and then I never really used it again. Why? Because I don't think it's a great solution. I think I've said it before on the channel. I think card clips look cool. They're aesthetically pleasing, but they're not very functional at all. So, what's the problem with a card clip? At the time I thought it would be the perfect way, when I bought it to protect and carry the cards, but all the cool kids were doing it, so I was really excited to get it. But then after using it for a little while, what I realized was that it ended up actually making it more difficult to protect my cards, and it was just kind of a hassle. So let me explain why. The first problem I see with a card clip is that they tend to be very sensitive towards the thickness of the deck that you're putting inside of it. And nowadays, cards come in all sorts of thicknesses. You have B stock cards, which are thicker. You have bicycle stock cards, which are thinner. You have crushed cards, which are even thinner than that. You have Cardimunde cards, which are extra thick. And it's very you need a very precise thickness for this to work well. So, for example, this deck right now, I believe has 54 cards in it. So the regulation 52 cards and the Joker. If I try to put it in the clip, I'll be able to, but it's not going to be easy. Okay, so I got it in, and then if I push it in, I don't want to push it in too far because then it's going to be very difficult for me to take out. But you can see how much tension it's putting on those cards, right? Hopefully I can take it out right now. Okay, so I haven't even pushed it all the way in. You'll see how difficult. I'm not flopping here. This is literally how hard it is for me to take it out. Okay, so it's not really meant for a 54 card deck. So if I remove two cards, so now I have 52 cards. Then hopefully it'll be a little bit better. It should be okay at this point, but it's still a lot of tension. I'm a little hesitant. Okay, let's see okay, so this is all the way in. If I try to take it out, it's still gonna take a pretty good amount of effort. And look, here's the other problem. In the process of trying to remove the deck from the clip, you end up bruising the corners of the deck anyways, or the packaging, right? So this is hard, right? So that's one problem. It's just kind of annoying. It's not very convenient. The other problem is that sometimes, I remember when I used to use it, there were times when it put a click in my deck. I guess I imagine I must have one or two more cards in the deck than I should have. I probably had 54 cards, but I ended up putting a click in it because it put so much pressure on it that, it's possible that it has a negative effect on your deck. I don't really like that. And then the other thing is that it doesn't protect your cards from humidity. Not really, not at all. It's just the cards are still going to be exposed to just as much heat, and so that's not so good. So there has to be a better solution, right? And I think there is. So this is something that I've been working on releasing for over a year now. and it's something that I'm really excited about. I'm really happy with the final product. I guess I'll just do it right now. I'm officially announcing and proud to present the Mint card case. So first of all, like there's quite a few things that are going into this, and I'll talk about each piece of it. But to start off with the front of the case, you have just a really nice leather-like material. It's not real leather, no animals were harmed, but it's like a vegan leather material that's just really nice to touch, high quality. I expect it to last pretty much forever. You got the Mint logo stamped in the corner. That's really cool. You got nice stitching going on. When you open it up, what you have is a magnetic clasp or closure, which is just really fun to operate. On the inside, you have a really nice soft lining, and then you have your deck of cards. So this is the really cool thing about this is that you never even need to remove the packaging from the box if you don't want to. You just open up the flap, and the cards come right out. Very cool. And then if you do want to remove it, you just pull on the flap, and then you can easily remove the box from the wallet and do whatever you want to do. So it's just much more easy and smooth to remove the cards and to put them back into the case. It offers a lot of protection. You're protecting all of the corners of the cards. You have this nice leather material to protect it from the heat and the humidity from your pocket. So it's going to preserve the longevity of your deck. Here's another very cool thing. You turn it around. Boom. You have an extra slit here. So you can carry whatever you want. Personally, I carry my debit card and I carry my license. So now I don't even need to carry a wallet with me anymore because I'm not really the type of person to carry cash. All I need is my debit card and my license. So it saves so much pocket space for me. Now all I need is this. I have my cards, which I always want on me, and I have everything else that I need. I'm good to go. You got a little cutout here to make it easy to remove. But if you don't want to use this for that, you could just put in gaff cards. You could put in a duplicate. You could put in a packet trick. Whatever you want to use that slit for, it's up to you. So this Mint card case offers just a lot of functionality. It's very good looking. It's very aesthetic. A lot of work has gone into putting together a case that has both the design and the functionality that you need to protect and carry your cards extremely well. This is something that I've been working on, as I mentioned before, for a while. I'm collaborating with a brand in Korea called Gentle Miracle to create this, and gone through a number of prototypes thus far, played around with different materials, different aspects of it. I'm super happy with the final product, and this is the way that I'll be carrying my cards from now on. And I hope you guys will carry your cards like this too. I just think it just offers a lot of value, and it's going to help increase how long your cards last, and it's going to keep your box looking great and everything. So if you're interested in getting this, it is officially available as of today through the Mint 2 playing card project on Kickstarter. It's an add-on item, and if you are already a backer and you would like to claim yours, all you have to do is add $39 to your pledge. So let's talk about price, by the way. $39, I feel like that's a lot of value for your money. When I'm comparing it to like the card clip, which is at the moment kind of the standard way to carry and protect your cards. These start at $30. And then they range. Like I've seen, some people like customize their clips and do some interesting things with them. And so you'll see clips go for $30. You'll see them go for $70, $100. I've seen clips go for $200, which is pretty crazy. But for the base model, you're looking at $30. The Mint wallet, or the Mint case, costs quite a lot more to produce than a card clip. However, it only costs just a little bit more, and it just adds or has additional features and everything. So I feel like it's priced at a really good point. I feel like you're getting a lot of value for that amount of money. I hope you agree. And they eventually will be available outside of Kickstarter, but it's difficult to say exactly when that will be. For now, it's available exclusively through Kickstarter. So if you're interested in backing the project and getting it, I would encourage you to do so. I would love to have your support on that project. We've got a little less than 2 weeks remaining in the campaign, and I just can't wait to get all of the decks printed and sent out to you. And for those of you who claim this, you will be getting this along with your decks as well. So I hope you enjoy this. Feel free to leave any questions that you might have in the comment section down below. Please do give this video a like if you liked it. Subscribe, hit that bell button, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. By the way, there'll be a link to the project page in the description box down below if you want to check it out. All right, peace.